Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back again with another video. I had to redo this video because the audio was so freaking horrible. Hopefully that it works this time because I am not doing this a third time. I was asked by my friend Fred Hall Directs Edition to do a video. He was tagged in a video of comics from his childhood, and I said, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. So I grabbed a bunch of books that I grew up with, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. Mostly 90 books, because 90 books were my bread and butter. Yeah, so let's just dive into it. First up is, I did not pick this up till last week, but I did have a copy of it as a kid, and I lost it somewhere. Spider-Man 2099, issue number 1. Just look at that cover. I love the foil. Only books that I need are Ravager, Ravage, Doom, and Punisher. So I just need 3 more, and I got the whole collection of number 1s for 2099 series. So, Spider-Man 2099. It was always a weird book. You know, when they're swearing, they say shock. Like, what the fuck is that? But I just love his costume. It is so badass. I just love it. But that was great. I love that. Next up was one of my favorite teams. It was never really the X-Men growing up. I never really got into the X-Men until I got a little older. But I did appreciate the X-Men. But this team just blew me away. It is the New Warriors. I loved the New Warriors growing up. It was so great. Nova, Speedball, Night Thrasher, Nomaria. I think that's how you say your name. I'm not too sure. Firestar and Justice, or Mortal Boy, or whatever one the fuck you want to call him. But I had a big crush on Firestar, man. I just love, and I still love redheads. I keep asking my wife to dye her hair red. She keeps telling me no. But it was just a simple team of, teenagers, late teens, just coming together. Some of them mutants, some of them not. Night Thrasher was just basically a guy with sticks and beat people and no real powers, just like Batman. But yeah, I loved it. I got most of the run of the New Warriors. I still gotta get a couple more books. Majority of the rest of these are going to be Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man was my bread and butter. Loved anything Spider-Man growing up. He was my favorite. He's still my favorite. I think I got more Spider-Man stuff than I do of anything else. So I think there's like 5 books I want to talk about. First up is Spider-Man Ultimate issue number 7. Now this was in midst of the Clone Saga. If you remember the 90s, you remember the Clone Saga, because that's all that Spider-Man was, because he just could not stop doing books. Ben Reilly becomes the Scarlet Spider after dropping the mantle of the Spider-Man. Just becomes his own man. I loved it. I loved the costume. I loved everything about the Scarlet Spider. I wasn't a fan of when he became, like, when Peter kind of just retired for a while, and he was and Ben Reilly was on the forefront of his own book. I think they really lacked the charm of Peter Parker, and the humor. I just don't think Ben Reilly was a great Spider-Man, and nothing against the guy. It wasn't Peter Parker. It wasn't my Spider-Man, but I did love it for the time. Next up is Spider-Man issue number 1. You grew up in the 90s, you knew how many goddamn covers of this had. Gold, silver, bronze, regular, like, so many freaking covers for just a Spider-Man, Tom McFarlane Spider-Man. This was part of the Torment series with the Lizard. Tom McFarlane drew the Lizard perfect. It was so good. I loved it. He was so vicious. But yeah, little spiders there crawling all over the place in the web. I just loved it. I love how Tom McFarlane drew spider webs. It was just so detailed. But I begged my mom for this. Now, this one might be a sore spot for some. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. This was the amalgam books that they did. This is Spider-Boy. This is the crossover between Spider-Man and Spider-Man and Superboy. Um, I think this was supposed to be Carnage and Clayface mixed together, and I think it was Killer Croc and the Lizard mixed together in that one. I'm not too sure. I have to correct this over. I haven't read this in years, but I just love this one. Spider-Man kicks Superboy's ass. Yeah. I had a bunch of these. I had the X-Men. I had the Doctor Strange one, the JLA. I think I had Dark Claw too, the Wolverine banner, which was weird. I wasn't a fan of that one. But yeah, Spider-Boy. I've had this since the 90s. I loved it. Next up, now, Spider-Man Unlimited number 2. Just look at this cover. I just love this cover. Everything about it is awesome. This screams 90s. Venom. Who didn't love Venom in the 90s? Like, come on. When this came out, this was the summer. This was the end of the summer. They did the whole Maximum Carnage thing over like three months, something there, and so many titles. I think it was like Web of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and Spectacular Spider-Man. So there was like 4 books. They all did 3 each. So it got expensive during the summer. I had the full run. I don't know where any of the other books are. This is the only one I have left. I don't remember where the hell I put them. I might have given them away too. But this was the final one. Yeah, I just loved it. Sorry guys, I had to yawn. I'm not editing that out. Sorry, you just have to deal with it. Just bringing all these heroes to go together, and it was just like the last issue. It's just these 3. They're just duking it out, and it was just awesome. I loved it. Now, speaking of Venom, Amazing Spider-Man 374. Just look at that cover. He looks so badass. I loved it. And Spider-Man's quote-unquote parents there. This Venom's got him all tied up. Spider-Man looks useless, going, "Oh, don't hurt my mom and daddy." But I just love Venom growing up. Look at that. Any cover, Spider-Man cover that has Venom in it, just makes it that much better. Ghost Rider, number 15. Of all the books covers I could pick, this is probably my favorite. Now, I do have this one. I just bought this one, and I have the one with the gold backing on it. Now, this one glows in the dark too, which is awesome. I love it. I just hold it up to the light, turn off the lights, and my son goes, "Ooh, flaming skull." But yeah, Danny Ketch was my Ghost Rider growing up, not Johnny Blaze. Nothing against Johnny Blaze, love him, but Danny Ketch was just my favorite. He had, Blackout, Lilith, who other? I can't remember, but it was just the way that Ghost Rider was drawn was just awesome, and I loved it. I got a bunch of Danny Ketch books. I don't know how many fucking Ghost Riders I got. I got a lot. Speaking of X-Men, now I didn't buy this in the 90s, but as a kid I saw tons of these books. Jim Lee doing his Spider-Man run, his X-Men run. Now there was like 4 number 1s with different covers. This is the one with all the covers on it. Magneto, then these 3, then Beast, then Psylocke, and Gambit, blah blah blah, and then keep going. I'm not going to open this up because it's just a pain in the ass. But this is the one with all of them. There's no number on it. So when I got this, it was out of a mystery comic book haul. And I was really surprised because it is, it's in pretty good condition for what it is. And I basically, if you want to mark it down, I basically paid 75 cents for this. Like, come on. Like, who puts this in a mystery bag for 75 cents? This is more than 75 cents. Like, come on. Show some pride and respect for your comics, people. But growing up, it wasn't my thing. But now X-Men, and I appreciate X-Men now more than I did as a kid. I loved it, and I'm super glad I got this one. Second to last one is Robocop. This is issue 12. I've done a video of this one. You guys can go check it out. I think it's titled My First Comic, my very first comic. You can hear the story of how my grandfather got it for me, and you know, it's a really special book. Not because of the story or anything, just what the comic represents for me. And if you want to go check out that story, you can hear me ramble on about it. And the last but not least, anybody in the 90s had this book. If you didn't have this book, then there was something wrong with you. Superman 75, The Death of Superman. If you did not have this book growing up, then there was something wrong with you, because this was the book to have. You know, him and Doomsday just duking it out. You got that splash panel in the back where Lois Lane is holding him and he dies, and you flip it over and you fold out, and it's just like his dead body's just draped over, and she's just freaking out crying. It's just awesome. I love it. Now this one's special to me just for the simple fact that my grandmother bought this one for me. You know, I could go into a long story. We were just out to brunch, and I saw a comic book store across the street. I asked my mom if I could go. She said yes. So I went down, and a bunch of adults were standing around this table, and I asked, like, what the hell's going on? And they're telling me that the shipment of Death of Superman just came in. And yeah, I ran across the street, begged my mom for like $5. She said no. My grandmother gave me a couple bucks, and I just ran over and I bought it. And this is what I've had since '93. I've had this exact copy since '93, and I was so appreciative of it. And you know, she was a supporter of me reading and comics and whatnot. So for that, I will be internally grateful to her, and I love her. I love, you know, I miss both my grandparents. Just, oh, I don't want to get into it. It might make me cry. Not really, but, you know. But anyway, guys, that's my comics from my childhood. I hope you liked it. I like sharing them. I wish this video was longer, but I just don't feel like making a 25-30 minute video of me just showing books from my childhood, because it would take too long, and I don't want to do it. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's my video, and I appreciate you guys for watching it throughout the whole video. And I want to thank the new subscribers coming in and subscribing to my channel. I see that I'm growing again, which is awesome. And again, guys, I love you, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I will talk to you later. Alright, bye.